Hi, welcome to Kindred Spirit Readings. Let's begin Cancer. Okay, so your spendings could be a little bit out of sorts. I mean, you've kind of taken it upon yourself to, let one go by, perhaps another. Usually you're really good at what you do, especially when it comes to your money. You've made it this far, and I think that unless you're learning your lesson, you will then it will take a while until you see some kind of improvements. Probably, I mean, that is the case as I see it, but somehow you keep getting, um, you're able to push through somehow. As this difficulty keeps sort of creeping in, you're still pushing through, okay? And, the tough times, you're able to understand what's going on. There's no gray area to all of this. It's very straightforward. You're very upfront. It's presenting in your cup as a very straightforward situation. So long as you don't overspend, you will be able to start somewhere. You're aware of what you're doing, what's being done financially. I think it's enough. When it gets to a point when you realize I'm just chasing my own tail, it's going to feel like that if you don't learn to stop, pull back a little, perhaps perhaps acknowledge that the mess that's around you, change the vibration, change what you do. Things change the way that when you're more open to not spending, rather, do something else to distract yourself from, instead of going shopping, for example. That's just one example, but it might be completely different for you in terms of how you're spending and what you're doing. As I said, change your position in all of this. Now, I mentioned, changing your vibration as well. Rearrange your schedule instead of going out and having fun. There are other ways of doing that as well. Could be going to see somebody, having a discussion with somebody that doesn't require anything but being present. So there is so much that you can change about the way that you're doing everything, a lot of things these days. Whatever it is for you, go and see a friend. If it's different for everyone, as I said. But I just keep getting that unless you're prepared to make that change, it is so simple. Then, the last thing you want is for the universe to sort of slap you out of it, so to speak. Sometimes that can be really brutal because it's about learning the hardest lesson of your life, and it sometimes means that you may be placed into a situation where you are having to start from scratch. At times that can be brutal. Really depends on where you're at currently, what your situation is. Again, it's different, always different for everybody, and I think one of the other things that I keep seeing for you was that I keep seeing that you're asking, where is the love? When is this going to happen for me? Okay, so moving on to this area of your life, I do see that you could be more involved with Gemini, a little bit difficult to kickstart things. I do feel that there is foul play, 100% foul play. Being clear about your intentions, being clear about where you see yourself, always, there's something that the universe is trying to send you messages. Whatever you put out into the world is what you get in return, is one of the things to take into consideration. Doing good by others to receive just the same. I mean, it speaks for itself. It's really, that easy to understand, not so easy for people to practice. Now, if you were involved with Leo, things become really interesting. I do see that there is a Leo individual that you're involved with somehow, whether short term or long term, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to focus on that specifically. I'm just focusing more on the fact that the feeling, the part where somebody's feeling really hurt, and I do see that it could be them. It could be Leo. You might notice that they are distancing themselves to take better care of themselves. I don't see that you're too keen to talk about it. There's not much discussion going on. I think that whatever has been said, it's been said enough. I don't think that up until now, anything's really working. Nothing's getting through. Nothing's worked out. Both of you are sort of at a standstill, but you still have this urge to go and see each other. There's this longing to be with each other on the flip side. There's this real feeling connected, connection type of situation going on here. And when you're together, it's raw, it's magical, it's honestly the best feeling in the world. It's honesty. But when you're apart, it almost, what I keep picking up on is that, it's almost as if one of you, if not both of you, are saying there's no turning back. But I constantly keep getting interruption. There's something interrupting your path as well as something interrupting Leo's. While there's that longing feeling to be with each other, there is still the need for freedom, believe it or not. Thank you, Cancer.